Alright, PMacMovies back, and we will continue. I still have quite a bit to show off here in this video. I believe I will be editing this part with the first part. So hopefully that's what you're seeing right now, a continuation of the first video. Let's take a look at what I've gotten at Amazon. First for $14, matching Best Buy. It is Stargirl here, which is a DC show. I think maybe this started, let's see, it says this DC Universe original series, so it started on DC Universe from executive producer Greg Berlanti, who did Arrow, Batwoman, The Flash, Supergirl, is based on the creator Geoff Johns' DC comic series, which he dedicated to the memory and uplifting spirit of his late sister. And I actually watched all this first season after we got it. It was one that I was looking forward to watching. I heard good things about it. It's 13 episodes, 567 minutes. And it's a really fun one, and I think it's one that is suitable for a younger audience for the most part. Of course, there's the violence, but overall, I think it's one of the more suitable of this type of show for a younger audience. I think it's fun, it's entertaining, it builds up these characters pretty well. You know, you got all these kind of up-and-coming heroes here, and then you got, like, these super villains here. It's a fun show. I recommend it, especially at the $14 price point. It's one to go ahead and snag up and enjoy. And then I got another one. This is not the cheapest this has been, but I've been waiting for it, and I wanted it, and I snagged it. It is the Matrix Trilogy. The first one, of course, is great. The last two are not considered as good, but there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of depth to all these movies. There's the back there. So basically what it is, it's the slip box and then standard cases, and it's got a digital code for all three movies. This is the J card that comes with it. This was $40, and it may still be $40. But you got Neo there in the middle. He is like a Christ type figure. But really, overall in the Matrix, you know, with the ending and everything, Neo really got played. I'm not sure that many people realize that, but you had the two. What are they called? The Oracle and the Architect, whatever they are, the dude and then the black woman and the white guy. They're actually like buds who orchestrated the whole thing. So anyway, then we got The Goonies. I ordered this around Black Friday time, and I got my copy here recently. I got it for $10. I'm sure it's not that price anymore. It's got a really nice slipcover, which actually, considering it was Amazon, it's pretty good. The only issue is there, you can kind of see that in the corner, but I'm fine with that. This is a nice slippy, and it's embossed a little bit there, so it's a pretty nice one for the 4K. I do have this on Blu-ray already, but for $10 with the code, I'll snag it. And then another one, which kind of, it must be from the same time, similar time period. It reminds me anyway. I got Gremlins, which again, it's another one that I really needed on 4K, but I was able to get it with the slipcover and everything, and this slipcover is beautiful. Let's see. So this was $10, 106 minutes, and this is one. I might have already shown this in a haul video. I remember watching this when I was little, but I don't remember any of the movie. So glad to be able to get that one. I may have shown this one off already too, I'm not sure. But it is Urban Cowboy, starring John Travolta. Never seen it, never owned it. I never even owned this on DVD. 134 minutes from 1980, little John Travolta. Not that great, John Travolta, but oh well, what can you do? And then this is great. Batman Begins, another $10 one. Great movie. This and Dark Knight Rises are my favorite out of the trilogy. I actually thought The Dark Knight isn't as good as the other two. Or, you know, well, maybe isn't as good isn't the right way to put it. It's really good, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the other two. And to have these all on 4K is pretty cool, which I think the 4K set with all three and the digital code is $40, and it may still be $40, so that's a pretty cool deal, I would say. So, obviously with these shipping, you know, the shipping stuff, it's the holidays and all the COVID protocols they got these post offices and places doing. Shipping is running behind. I'm not getting bent out of shape about it. You know, it is what it is. It's the same for everybody. Getting upset about it isn't going to change anything. And with all this COVID stuff, the main point of all, I mean, I know this isn't the way that most people see it, but we're in a life test right now. This is a test, and the test is ramping up to push you. It's going to push you in every way possible. You know, think about it like a video game that, you know, the difficulty keeps increasing sort of thing. A lot of people are going to fail, and you know, it's kind of how we look at things. So you're going to get stress at work. You're going to get and it's not, you know, your packages is one of the least of your worries. I mean, people aren't able to be around family members that are worried about everything going on, and, you know, the holidays are not the same, and school's not the same, and work's not the same, and you got the mask, and it's all about change and discomfort and stress and this and that. And the test is you're either going to overcome it or you're going to let it get to you. And this is just overall, like I said, the shipping stuff taking a long time should be the least of your concerns. But it's gonna be everything. It's gonna be everything altogether. Stress here, stress with family, stress with work, stress with mail, stress with getting your license renewed, stress with this. This takes longer now because of the COVID. This is difficult because of the COVID. You can't do this because of the COVID. Your doctor's appointments are different. You need surgery and you got to go through. Everything's going to be more hoops and this and that, every way possible. It's to keep pushing you to make your life more stressful. And it is a spiritual test, and I know most people that watch these videos aren't gonna, you know, if you're interested more about this, let me know and I'll kind of share my thoughts about it. But it's the reality of the situation. I mean, in the end, we watch movies to try to get away from it, so chances are people who are into movie collecting don't want to hear about this shit. They just want to watch movies. But you know, let me know if you want to hear more about that perspective on it and what we need to do to get through it, because we need to figure it out together, really. But anyway, let me show you what I got from Zavi. And the reason why I wanted to discuss this too was because my Zavi orders, I mean, it was several weeks ago, and they're kind of like, I got one like 2 weeks ago, and then I got one last week Friday, and then I got a couple yesterday Friday. So it's really weird, and I did get a couple emails from Zavi this morning actually saying, you know, that the Royal Mail, stuff going on with the Royal Mail. So it's not just the U.S. You know, they're going to be pushing people's buttons everywhere. And it's just this trickle-down thing. It's, oh, you got to follow these regulations, these regulations, these regulations. And the purpose of the regulations is, oh, it's because, you know, safety and all this stuff. That's what they tell you the purpose is. But really, the overall, if you go to the top of why they're really doing it, it's to push. You know, you gotta keep jumping through hoops. Anything that you do, there's gonna be more hoops to jump through. But anyway, I'll show you the 3 that I did get recently. I got Empathy Inc., which is a Arrow Video release. Looks like kind of an indie, low-budget kind of sci-fi. On the back it says it's compared to Pi, The Twilight Zone, and Primer. It explores themes of identity crisis, poverty, tourism, and the greed of humanity. It is a twisted virtual reality chiller for the modern tech age that will really get under your skin. Sounds good to me. This was one of their fairly recent releases. I believe it's going to be Region B only. And I did get a booklet! I got a booklet! I got a booklet! I don't even know how much I paid for this. It probably ended up being, I'm guessing over 10 bucks. Probably 11 or 12 or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. And then I got a 88 Films one called Messenger of Death. I do try to get all these Charles Bronson movies. I see in the U.S. this was put out by Olive Films. And I'm not sure what the differences are between this one and that one. Let's see, does this have... Okay, it has trailers on it, so it doesn't really have much as far as special features. I think I read that it has like a 2K scan, so I'm not sure if it's the same as the Olive, but you know, the Olive one is fairly pricey, and I like the artwork of this one better too. But that's probably just Region B. And then I didn't even open this one yet. It's Michael Caine in Deadfall. This one is from 1968. It's 120 minutes. For some reason, the Blu-ray's 120, the DVD's 114. That's interesting. This was put out by Signal One. It feels like a nice release. Let's actually open it up. I got it. Like I said, I got this one last Friday, and I didn't open it yet. That came off pretty easy. Feels like there's a booklet in here. Oh, this is a really nice release. Actually, it looks like an indicator. So you got the 2 discs. I like the, you know, the blue on the outside. That looks good. And then we got the booklet here. It's a Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray, baby. So Signal One, and it says number 31 on it. So I don't really know much about this Signal One. I don't know if I have any other of their releases, but it looks like very much like an indicator type of release with the booklet. It's numbered, and this was a 20th Century Fox movie, so glad to get this one. This one looks nice. Special features, it doesn't look like it has a whole lot though. Michael Caine stars as a cat burglar in this 1960s suspense thriller directed by Brian Forbes. Beer me. Alright, so I went over to that stack. Let's take a look at some deals that were available to you if you jumped on them. Target, a week or two ago, had a just phenomenal deal. Buy 2, get 1. Combined with 10% off code through Target Circle. Combined with, they were doing 10% off gift cards. So you could buy a 10% off gift card, and you could hoard up, baby. So you're already getting 10% off. Then you're getting buy 2, get 1. Then you're getting another 10% off. Oh, baby. Oh, Target. Oh, so sweet. That's a sweet deal for some of these boutiques and some of these discounted, even mainstream ones. BMac's getting excited just thinking about it. I'm so excited. But the deal's over. So if you missed out, you screwed. I'll tell you, some of the deals I got here, eat your hearts out, boys. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the boutiques I got. I got The Beyond, Grindhouse releasing, 3-disc deluxe edition, 2 Blu-rays, and a CD. This is a Lucio Fulci movie. They actually got it to me in good condition. I mean, this is a pretty hefty box. It did get, you know, a little... It got smushed a little bit, but it looks great. I believe this was like $28, but then with all the discounts, it's like $15 for this. You beer yourself. And I think it was like probably about $15 after tax with, you know, with all those discounts. Beautiful, beautiful deal. And then I got The Swimmer here with Burt Lancaster. Sexy. another Grindhouse releasing one that was, you know, 25 or 28 bucks or something. So again, after all the discounts, it was about 15 bucks. You're not going to be able to get this for 15 bucks anywhere else. So 15 bucks for a movie might not sound that great to you for a Blu-ray. But for these two, like, you're not going to get them much cheaper than 20 bucks. So to be able to get them for 15 bucks is just fantastic. It's fantastic. 4K scan. It's got a over 2.5 hour documentary. Over 2.5 hours of documentary featurettes. So it's not a straight through 2.5 hour documentary, but this just looks like a fantastic release of a movie that just sounds really, really good. Got the Blu-ray DVD combo. There is a 3-disc limited edition of this. This one does have a booklet too, but I you know, somebody on Instagram was asking about one on Amazon for 45 bucks. This is not that one, but I'll pay 15 bucks for this version over there. I think that one's got like a CD or something in it. I got Tammy and the TRex Blu-ray. I was looking at the 4K. The 4K was going to be a few more dollars, maybe $4 or $5. But I read that the Blu-ray is really a good transfer too. And it's not, you know, it's a movie that I've never seen. If it was a movie I loved or something, I would have went ahead and got the 4K. Or if, say, the 4K still had the slipcover and the Blu-ray didn't. But I decided to just get this one. It's got the Blu-ray DVD combo, and again, it ended up being just a fantastic price after all the discounts. I can't even remember. I think, you know, this one was probably a couple dollars more than 10 bucks or something. I just can't. I can't remember. Don't pressure me! You're pressuring yourself, PMac. I'm taking a look here at how much I must have paid for it. Here's my order. So it was $23.49 before all the discounts. So if you calculate the discounts, so we'll just say $23.50, or oops, that's not right. $23.50 times 0.66666 times 0.9 times 0.9. So, times 1.08. So after tax, it ends up being $13.70. Beautiful deal for that. Beautiful! That's a good deal for that. I got The Irishman. The Irishman. Fantastic. You know, people were getting this for 20 bucks from the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale. You want to know how much I paid for The Irishman? You want to know how much I paid? I keep thinking the title of it's Kill the Irishman. I don't know if I said that, but it's just The Irishman. So this was 20... I actually thought it was less than that when I... So it says $24.49. I don't... The price might have changed after I ordered it. I'm not sure. But if it was 24... So let's say it was $24.49 when I ordered it. I thought it might have been a little bit less. But maybe it may have been that price. Equals times 0.9 equals times 0.9 equals times 1.08. After tax, it ends up being $14.28. That's a beer me. I'm proud of myself. Click! And then I got the Paramount Presents version of The Haunting. I have been wanting this movie. I wanted to, you know, get the DVD for cheap of it at Goodwill and stuff like that, but it always seems like it's scratched up when I see it at Goodwills and things like that. It's not a great movie, but I remember seeing parts of it on TV, and I've never owned it. So I wanted the Blu-ray of it. It's 112 minutes from 1999. It has a really good cast. Not the greatest movie, though. Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta, Owen Wilson, Lily Taylor. The slipcover is decent, you know, for a mainstream sort of thing, and it opens up. So it's kind of cool. I believe this was like 23 bucks before discount. So it wasn't cheap, and it does have the digital code with it too. So that was a cool one to get. Some other boutiques I got were Nomads here, starring Pierce Brosnan. I believe this was like 18 before the discount, so it ended up again being like 11 bucks or something like that, 10 or 11 bucks, which I thought was a pretty good deal for it. It looked like an interesting one. Directed by John McTiernan, 93 minutes from 1986. Oh, yeah, there's that one. Okay, so we got some other boutiques here that were bargains. We have a movie that I had never heard of, but I was looking for Criterions, and this one looked like a pretty good deal. It is The Lure. Now, I was interested in this. I think it got like a 5 out of 5 on Blu-ray.com, or 4.5. I don't necessarily like musicals, but it said this genre-defying horror musical mashup. It's a Polish movie. So it's like a mermaid movie, and I watched... What was that movie called? Shit. When I can't... It ruins the videos when I can't remember what the name of the movie was. But there was like a indie mermaid movie. And man, it was good. It was really good. Spring. I think it was called Spring. Man, that was a great movie. You know, when you see a really good indie movie, doesn't have any big actors in it, and it's just, you know, totally reliant on story and things like that. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. So we got The Lure. It's got a pink disc. It's got a booklet. It's really thin though. Really thin booklet. So this is an interesting one. Something I really don't know a whole lot about, but hopefully it's something that kind of like Spring. I just really enjoyed a lot. And again, it stood out too because I didn't know anything about it, so I looked into it and it sounded good. And the price was right. How much was the price? Looks like it was the same as Kill the Irishman. Which again, I thought I paid a little bit less even than that, but that's a good deal for a Criterion. A couple more boutiques. I got a couple kinos that were cheaper during this sale than their regular sale that they had. I got another George Papad movie, Ground Star Conspiracy, 1972, 95 minutes. Looks like a fun one. I enjoyed that. Kino released like 3 George Papard movies recently, and I watched one of them. It was like a detective one, and I really enjoyed that one. I liked it quite a bit. So I went ahead and grabbed this one. And Target, actually, part of what I wanted to do was place a big order, so they sent it to me in a box, and it worked because a lot of these, they got me in the same box. And then another one I wanted because I'm a Michael J. Fox fan. It is The Hard Way, starring Michael J. Fox. I'm not even going to go there. So The Hard Way, James Woods is also decent. This is from 1991, 111 minutes. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this one, but I do like Michael J. Fox movies. If it was called The Hard Way and they used his porn name Michael J. Cox, it could really work. The Hard Way, starring Michael J. Cox. Anyway, what else did I get here? So I got, this is like the non-boutique stuff, I think is what I got left. So I got some 4Ks. This was actually a pre-order before they had this was a buy 2 get 1 pre-order, but it was before the other discount. So this ended up being like $10 plus tax. It is Arnold in Total Recall. And he gets right into it right away in this movie, like the beginning of the movie set in Mars. He's like, as he rolls down the whatever it is in Mars. He's like rolling down the mountain or whatever the heck it is. But this has a really nice, I'm even going to change my voice. It has a really nice slipcover here. That's just pretty. That is nice. Lionsgate, they're affordable and they do a nice job. You can't complain. Sometimes they do a nice job. And this is a 3-disc set. So it's got the disc 1 is the red one there with the 4K movie. Disc 2... Disc 2 must be the Blu-ray feature. And then the special features right there. Total Recall 4K. Great movie. One of my favorite Arnold movies. Is it my favorite Arnold movie? I would have to consider it, but it's right up there. It's pretty close. It's up there with like Terminator. I think I probably prefer... I know most people prefer Terminator 2. I probably prefer the first Terminator. to Terminator 2, and I'm trying to think of other Arnold movies. It's definitely up there. And then I got, let's see, these were from the stacked ones, the stacked discounts. I got Police Squad. I've been eyeing this up for a little while. Now this is the complete series, but it's only 2 hours and 30 minutes. But I enjoy the Naked Gun movies and stuff like that, so this should be pretty good. Never seen it. This one called Most Wanted, put out by Paramount, starring, it's got Josh Hartnett, who's pretty decent. He was getting kind of big there for a little bit, but he's dropped down. Amanda Cruz in this. I like her. She's one of my favorites. Jim Gaffigan's in this. It looks like he's actually got a serious role in it. And I don't really know who else. That guy looks familiar. Anyway, this was like $9 before the discount, so it ended up being quite affordable, probably $5 or $6 with the code. This was like $8 before the discounts. Dead Poet Society, starring Robin Williams. I do enjoy this movie, and I could certainly rewatch it because it's probably been 15 years or something since I've watched this movie, and I do like these kind of school-type movies. Was Ethan Hawke in this? I see his name. I don't remember. It says Dead Poets. I look back. Interviews with director Peter Weir, Ethan Hawke, Sean Leonard, and many others. Was Ethan Hawke in this? Holy cow. I do gotta watch this again. I love me some Ethan Hawke. I got a couple 4Ks. Another Arnold movie, Red Heat! Oh, you're getting me on 4K! A Walter Hill movie, no Slippy. I'm going to have to find a Slippy for this. I need my Arnold movies to have Slippies. These are... I have fond memories. Total Recall, I remember finding it. I was just... I was at home one day, and I think like maybe my sister was home and my parents were on, I think my parents were on vacation. I remember flipping around and finding, and I hit Total Recall. I didn't really know what it was, and I was just like enthralled by this movie. It was just so good. It was on like TNT or something. I was like, holy shit. And it's just got that 80s or early 90s feel to it. I just loved it. And, a lot of times it's your experience with movies. Like, I really remember it. With Red Heat, I got the DVD of this and watched, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was more of a comedy there with Belushi and I remember thinking it was pretty funny. So Red Heat, I think, ended up being... It probably, with all the discounts, it ended up being, $8 or $9. And then I got Bloodshot, the pretty new Vin Diesel movie, which I watched most of this. I did end up falling asleep during it, but I fall asleep during everything, so it doesn't say anything bad about the movie. But I was actually really enjoying it. I thought this was a really good movie. I should actually go pop it in and finish it up today. First of all, I think Vin Diesel's kind of underrated. I mean, the Fast and the Furious movies are kind of, but he's in, like... He's got this confidence about him that I like. He's got the confidence... that like the 80s and 90s action movies, like, the action stars of those times had. He's got the confidence, he's got the bravado. I think he's actually pretty short. But he's got the look other than being short. But he's a pretty big badass. And this movie, I really enjoyed it, actually, so I recommend it. And this deal, I think I got it for about $10. So I'll beer myself that. I enjoyed that one. I need to finish it up. I do already have these, but I kind of needed it as part of the buy two get one, and it was a good deal, and it's got the code for all three of them. It's the Scream trilogy here. Yeah, like I said, I have all these, and actually, okay, this has the bonus documentaries too, so it's got all the same stuff that the Lionsgate set had when they released it. Let's take a look at how they did the codes. Yeah, they got it. So they got a separate code for each movie, and then it looks like they're all on separate discs, and then the two documentaries are on the last disc. So I have 2 copies of this, and I can sell one of them probably doesn't matter which one I sell, the Paramount one or the Lionsgate. The discs are probably the same. So, and then glad to get this. I actually enjoy this movie, and I do have the DVD of it. I wanted to get the Blu-ray. Back when I was getting, Mill Creek was sending me stuff. I was hoping they would send it to me. They did not, but I was able to get it for about $5. Hudson Hawk. Hudson Hawk here. This is a fun one, and I know it's not considered a great Bruce Willis movie or anything like that, but I remember enjoying it, thinking it was fun. It's got Danny Aiello, Andy McDowell, and it's a budget release, so you can get it for pretty cheap. I don't know that it's like a great transfer or anything, but definitely a movie that I wanted on Blu-ray. I believe it was released. It has a release in the UK or something, also, which may have a better transfer. I don't know. Obviously, they pictured it with the slipcover, and it didn't come with the slipcover, which is kind of lame, but, what can you do? You got the VHS slipcover. Very happy to get this one. Does Star Trek Discovery have, some... What do you want to call it? They have some stuff put in the movies that is, or in the shows is kind of like but they're entertaining. I mean, in the end, political stuff or pushing certain ideas or pushing certain things, that's one thing. But I see what's being pushed, but I can also be entertained by things also. So I do enjoy the Star Trek Discovery, and then they came out with Star Trek Picard. And I remember finding out that they were putting out Star Trek Picard, and me and Charmy have watched through all of the Next Generation. There was probably some episodes I ended up skipping, like if I fell asleep and she was awake. But we went through all 7 seasons, and I probably only missed a few episodes. And I've seen all the Next Generation, all the original and Next Generation movies I've seen. So I was excited for this, and it's something that me and Charmy could watch together. So we actually did start it last night, and it seems pretty interesting. So Star Trek Picard, very excited to get it. It only ended up being like 21. Actually, with this one, I bought the gift card to use with it, because I had to do it on different accounts and everything. So I had to buy a separate gift card for this. And then when I was cashing out, I didn't realize I would have to, when I put the gift card on my account, I figured it would just take it off the gift card, but then it didn't. It charged my credit card, so I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to go through and contact customer service. I was only going to save enough 5%, so I was like, but it still ended up being like $21, which was a really good deal for that one. All right, and then we got the Kingsman 2-pack on 4K. I'm interested in how they did this, like the codes. I think the codes probably aren't in high def or in 4K, but if you redeem them through iTunes, actually they probably are. You probably just have to go through iTunes to redeem these to get the 4K. I enjoy both of these movies. They're entertaining, nothing great. I do already have them both on Blu-ray, and actually I have the first one. I got like a thick special edition of the first one, which I'll have to sell off. But both, this ended up being like $9 for both of them. I got Abominable, which me and Charmy have already watched, and we enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one. I liked it. From the creators who brought you How to Train Your Dragon. I enjoyed this one, yeah. Me and Charmy enjoyed it, like I said. I'm going to say it a few more times, repeat myself. How much was this? This was probably $5 or $6 after the deals. And then one that kind of it looks like similar to that. I'm sure it's different, but I got Smallfoot. So they actually gave me the slipcover for this one, which I was surprised about. And it's actually in great shape. Hey! So glad to get that one. 96 minutes. Me and Charmy should watch this one here during Christmas time, too. Winter time. What was that? Alright, so we're down to Goodwill! I don't know why I said it like that, but let's take a break. So with how long this video is, I'm actually not even going to bother splicing the two haul videos together. I'm just going to make them separate. So this one will probably be up on Sunday. I like it how people pronounce, you know, the days just without the A, you know, and day at the end. So, you know, Monday, Tuesday. It always intrigued me, like, how older people would do that. It's fun. So you should start doing that, too, you know. Just don't say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just do it. It's fun. Trust me. So I got a whole stack here of Goodwill stuff. It seemed like they hadn't been putting stuff out for several weeks, and they must have, I don't know if the guy who worked on it was off or what happened, but they weren't putting stuff out for a while. And then recently, again, they started putting more stuff out. So, firstly, I feel like maybe I have this already. Steven Seagal, Marked for Death. I thought I had like all the old Steven Seagal movies, so I'm going to have to look and see if I have this one. But, you know, it wasn't scanned into my collection, so I snagged it. 94 minutes. I gotta look. I don't know. Maybe I have another DVD copy of this, but I thought I had all the Steven Seagal ones on Blu-ray. But I feel like I have this on something. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's $2. I don't know. I got one with Andy Garcia. I'm not a big fan of Andy Garcia, but he's okay. It is The Unsaid here. It looked like this got very good reviews. I don't know that I've ever like seen this out and about, and it was in good condition. It looked like somebody had brought in a bunch of movies, like a bunch of like snapper case stuff and like kind of older action movies and stuff. Some kind of cool stuff. I think I probably got a few more in here, maybe. Maybe not. I thought I got a few of them. So we'll take a look, but some stuff I already had and passed on and stuff like that. But some fun-looking stuff in, like, snapper cases, like I said. This one's an hour and 50 minutes. It looks like the DVD was put out in 2003. It's like a thriller. Looked like a fun one. Looked like a good one. This one is actually an Antoine Fuqua movie, and it was never even opened. Jamie Foxx in Bait, which on first look is kind of like, this doesn't look that great. But then in reading about it, it sounded pretty decent. You know, Antoine Fuqua directed it, like I said. It's an anamorphic widescreen transfer, although it's an ancient DVD from 2000. But I figured I'd snag this up. I don't think it has a Blu-ray or anything, so for $2 I got that. This one I might have already shown off. I think I did, actually. Swiss Army Man. I might have gotten this several weeks ago for $3. Swiss Army Man. Not half bad. Haven't watched it, actually, so I don't know if it's half bad. And then I got... Did I show this? I don't think so. Fact about time travel. This is a UK one. I do have 2 region-free players that play region-free Blu-rays or DVDs. So when people bring in these UK DVDs to Goodwill, I can snag them up. And it looks like kind of a fun one compared to, like, Shaun of the Dead. I'm sure it's not that good, but for $2, I'll snag it. And then we got Donald Sutherland. I gotta get all the Donald Sutherlands. He's a creepy son of a gun. Donald Sutherland is Alex Wonderland. $2 for this DVD-R Warner Archive DVD. I'll snag that. You're not gonna find these too often. Then I got a Kino DVD called Donovans Brain. For some reason, I feel like I might already have this one too. I don't think I do, but for some reason, I don't know. 1953, 83 minutes. It's a Kino. You gotta snag that. Another UK one. This has got Tom Hardy in it. Tom Hardy, absolutely excellent. And this is The Take, if I didn't already say it. I don't really know the other people who are in this, but Tom Hardy, got a snag. ITV Studios. How long is this one? This one's 176 minutes, so it's quite long. It might have been a mini-series. I don't know. This one has a Kino release, but the Kino's been like $12 or $13 on Blu-ray. I figured I'd get the DVD. Anamorphic widescreen DVD. Narrow Margin. Some Gene Hackman and Archer. And Archer is not bad. Not bad at all. Gene Hackman. Pretty good. 1990, 99 minutes. Snagged that one. I snagged another copy of The Dark Knight Rises. I really do not need another copy of this. I just got the 4K, but my 4K didn't have a slippy. And I like the slipcover on this. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. And it's still sealed, so I'll be able to sell the code and everything. But I love this movie. I'll just put the slipcover over the 4K. I'm not like OCD where no, you can't put the Blu-ray slipcover over the 4K. You can't do it. I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna just have to cope with that. And then I got a show that I don't really like, but when I find the seasons for cheap, I'll snag them. The Big Bang Theory Season 8. I got, if you remember, I got a pack of The Big Bang Theory, a whole pack for like $3 or $4 or $5 for like, it was several seasons. It was like 6 or a lot of seasons. And I looked and saw like how many seasons it had, and it didn't have up to this season. So I'll just continue piecing together the seasons for very cheap. And then I got a Olive Films movie. Never heard of it, but it's an Olive, and it sounded interesting for only $3. The Unbelievable Truth. I'm not sure if this is like a foreign movie. It says it's a comedy of errors surrounding a beautiful college-bound girl disturbingly preoccupied with the threat of nuclear destruction. So I really don't know much about this one. It looked like it got pretty good reviews, and it's an Olive, so you snag it. $3. Beer me. And then I found this TV season, which I don't know. It seemed like something I wouldn't necessarily find. It's got a nice slipcover. It's Versailles, Season 1. This is a Universal set. $5. Decided to go ahead and snag that one. Surprisingly, I did not have a copy of this movie, which stars James Van Der Beek. It's a Michael Scott favorite, I do believe. It's Varsity Blues Deluxe Edition. It was only 99 cents. So I'm like, I mean, I know the Blu-ray's out, but for 99 cents, I'll get the DVD with a nice slipcover. It's got Amy Smart, who is plays the mother in, what is that movie that TV show that I just showed you guys, Stargirl. She's the mother in that, Amy Smart. Paul Walker's also in this, John Voight, Ellie Larder. So it's got a pretty good cast there. James Van Der Beek, such a dreamboat. What happened to James Van Der Beek? And then I got Road Trip Trilogy. This was only 99 cents. I think I only needed Road Trip Beer Pong. Sounds like an artsy-fartsy. I think Criterion might be picking that up. I think I know I have Euro Trip, which was a fun one. And Road Trip, I'm quite sure that I have also. I don't know if I have the unrated version of that. And then, I mean, 99 cents just for Road Trip Beer Pong. I would have snagged that because I do, I enjoy these type of movies. I just do. I just do. But it's probably horrible. But it was 99 cents. And then I'm not a huge Family Guy fan, but if I flip to it, it is a funny show. I got the Family Guy trilogy, and this Star Wars trilogy. They even got like the box that the Star Wars DVDs were in back in the day that I paid like $45-50 for. So this was $1.99 for this. Pretty nice. So it's got like Family Guy, It's a Trap, Family Guy, something Dark Side Guy, and Family Guy Blue Harvest. So this this one's 48 minutes, this one's 54 minutes, and this one's 57. So they're all, about a decent length, $2. I couldn't pass that up. These are probably fun movies. I'm sure that they are. Alright. We got a few more. This one looked like one you don't find too often. This is a Columbia Pictures one called Agnes of God here, starring Jane Fonda, Anne Bancroft, Meg Tilly. Directed by Norman Jewison. 98 minutes from 1985. Look like some intense stuff going on there. Cillian Murphy, who's usually pretty good, and it's a Ken Loach movie called The Wind That Shakes the Barley. This is an IFC First Take DVD, 127 minutes. Looks like it would be an entertaining one. Another one that I don't know that I've ever seen out in the wild before, so for $2 I'll snag it. Seemed like a good find. As did William Hurt, Sigourney Weaver, and Christopher Plummer in Eyewitness. Again, I if I've heard of it, not much. Not much. James Woods is also in it. Man, these cases used to be nice and sturdy. This is an Anchor Bay release, 102 minutes from 1981. Man, this thing is a tank. This case is a tank, man. This case compared to like a Lionsgate Blu-ray case, like holy crap. You know, Lionsgate Blu-ray, they use like the... And I don't mind Lionsgate, you know, they sell things affordably and things like that, but... I mean, like, so Swiss Army Man's a Lionsgate. It's got the eco packaging, but also it's just so flimsy. The plastic is so flimsy. And, you know, they always get the artwork damage. Like, even if they got a slipcover a lot of times, it'll get artwork damage because the case is just so flimsy. But anyway, and then I got Dolph Lundgren. I snagged some Dolph Lundgrens. Missionary Man, starring Dolph. This is a Sony movie. I hope I don't already have this. I don't think I do. Dolph's got so many of these that I'll just find at Goodwills and stuff, and it's like, I didn't know Dolph Lundgren was in that. But how would I? Have I followed Dolph Lundgren's career? Not really. This is even directed by Dolph Lundgren. It's gotta be good. Right, guys? Dolph Lundgren and a bunch of nobodies. Badass. Full of vengeance and out for justice. Dolph Lundgren from The Russian Specialist and Universal Soldier. What is The Russian Specialist? It lists that as one of his best movies. The Russian Specialist. Huh. Had to get it, though. It's a Sony release. Sony's a good company when it comes to stuff. To Blu-rays and DVDs. I think they do good work with transfers and things like that. So that's it. So this is going to be... Because this one's 48 minutes by itself. I didn't realize this one was going to go this long. So this is going to be its own separate video from the one that I actually just did. If you enjoy PMac Movies, take a look in the description section for ways that you can help out the channel. I really do appreciate you guys thumbs upping, commenting, leaving me some feedback. What do you think about these movies that I showed off here today? And I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a nice holidays here coming up. I know it's a tough time, as I talked about a little bit earlier. It is a tough time, especially this year. You know, holidays tend to be a tough time in general for people, believe it or not. People struggle because if people have lost parents or, you know, they've lost loved ones, it's a time where that really sticks out to them. And it's a time where maybe if they have issues with other family members, if they don't get along well with siblings, or, you know, if there's that family stuff, it gets brought up to the forefront this time of the year. So, you know, those are things that get brought up for people. Another thing... I was just thinking something else that gets brought up. You know, if somebody's not close with family anymore, and they're alone for the holidays, or they don't have many people to spend the holidays with, and they think back on memories, either good or bad memories. You know, it brings up a lot of stuff for people. So try to enjoy it, though, you know, the best you can. Hopefully it's a good time of the year for you. Hopefully it's a happy time of the year. But, you know, remember, too, that for a fair amount of people, this is a really hard time of the year. It brings up a lot of stuff this time of the year. It brings up a lot of shit for people. So keep that in mind, and we will see you next time on PMacMovies.